My mother-in-law is obsessed with competing with me, sexually. I had just washed my lace thong and hung it out to dry. The very next day, I walked in to find her wearing it, shaking her hips in front of the mirror. When I confronted her, she had the nerve to say, "Which of your panties haven't I tried on? I'm your mother. What's the big deal?" She even sneaks into our bedroom while my husband and I are asleep, whispering in his ear that he shouldn't forget his mommy just because he has a wife. I warned her to back off, but she just got crazier. Until the day she shoved her phone in my face, bragging about her new rich young stud, who was supposedly way hotter than her son. I took a closer look. That wasn't just some rich college kid. That was my ex-boyfriend, the one diagnosed with HIV. Chloe, you're a married woman now. You really shouldn't be wearing these skimpy little things anymore. There's barely any fabric. My mother-in-law's voice dripped with disdain from behind me. I whipped my head around and froze. There was Brenda, standing in front of the full-length mirror, wearing my black lace G-string that I had literally just hung on the balcony to dry. She was twisting her flabby waist, admiring herself. A wave of nausea hit me. I felt like my entire wardrobe had been contaminated with bacteria. Mom, you can't share underwear. That's disgusting. You catch diseases that way. Brenda looked at me with pure, unexpected filth in her eyes, adopting a lecturing tone. They're clean, aren't they? Why can't I wear them? Besides, I'm your mother. You really think there's a pair of your panties I haven't worn yet? I gagged. I could literally feel the bile rising in my throat. I didn't bother arguing with the crazy old bat. I stormed stiffly to the balcony, ripped every single pair of panties off the line, and walked straight to the kitchen trash can. I threw them all away right in front of her face. Then I went to my room and slammed the door. Brenda started screaming from the hallway. What the hell is your problem? Those panties weren't even ripped. You're just throwing them away because you have a guilty conscience. You probably wanted to wear them for some other man alongside my son. I didn't say a word. I picked up my phone, dialed my husband, Jason, and put it on speaker. Then I opened the door. Jason, your mom just said I'm trying to go out and find other men. I looked at Brenda, holding the phone out. Mom, you want to repeat what you just said to your son? Brenda knew she was in the wrong and immediately shut her trap. If you don't want me to wear them, fine, she muttered, rolling her eyes. I was just curious. You don't have to be such a bitch about it. She grabbed a jacket from the sofa and stomped into her bedroom, mumbling curses under her breath. Watching her back, I knew the truth. Brenda wasn't just curious about my lingerie. She was jealous. She was competing with me. She wanted to be the only woman in this house. Before the wedding, Jason and I had a deal. We would not live with his parents. At the time, both Jason and Brenda agreed, but the ink on the marriage license was barely dry when Brenda started wailing, demanding to move in. I was against it, but Jason played the victim card perfectly. Baby, please. My mom had it so hard. My dad beat her, cheated on her with his boss's daughter, and kicked her out with nothing. She raised me all alone in that trailer park. Now that I finally made it, if I leave her back there alone, people will think I'm trash. It's just for a week. Please. I'm too soft-hearted. I nodded. Big mistake. The second Brenda moved in, the mask dropped. The sweet, suffering mother act vanished. She threw away my cold medicine, claiming hers was old traditional remedy, and better. But the worst part was the nights. Every few days, she would creep into our master bedroom in the middle of the night, lean over to Jason's side of the bed and whisper. She'd stroke his hair and tell him not to forget his mother just because he has a wife. I tried to politely tell her to stop. Instead of listening, she ramped up the abuse. She called me controlling and accused me of trying to wreck the sacred bond between mother and son. And Jason? He started taking her side. Thinking about this, I pasted a fake smile on my face and walked into the living room. Mom, since you seem so unhappy here,